Let's stay in the AL Central because this is the division that's only getting better. And the Detroit Tigers are the team a lot of people want to see where they go next. Let's talk about Max Scherzer, bringing him back. You see the additions, Anthony Ghost in a deal, Shane Green in a deal, and the subtractions. Java Chamberlain, free agent at the moment. Torrey Hunter stays in the division and signs with the Minnesota Twins. Andy Dirks out there. But yeah, Scherzer, is there a chance Max Scherzer stays with the Detroit Tigers? The report out today that he wants to contract around $200 million, and only Clayton Kershaw is a starting pitcher that's got that kind of money in his deal. So we'll see where Scherzer lands. And there's one guy to ask about all this. That's Dave Dombrowski of the Detroit Tigers. Dave, always great to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and good to see you guys.
All right, so you guys bring back Victor Martinez. Obviously, that was the #1 priority this offseason?
Yes, that for us was the biggest one. We wanted that middle-of-the-lineup bat, somebody that could swing the bat from the left-hand side. And for us, with having Cabrera and Martinez, and then J.D. Martinez, who we like a great deal in the middle of the lineup, we thought it was imperative to do that first and foremost.
Dave, I know you're tired of talking about the bullpen, but as the team is constructed right now, you go to spring training, Joe Nathan will be closing games for the Tigers?
Well, right now he will, but yes. I mean, he needs to pitch better than he did last year. But we're also, I think, covered a little bit better because we did pick up the option of Joakim Soria. So for us, it's big. I mean, Soria did not pitch real well like he's capable with us. He got injured right away, never really got in a group. But we like Soria. We think he's a quality guy. He's been an all-star type pitcher in the past. And then we'll have Rondon. Looks like he'll be healthy to come back. So if you can all of a sudden have Rondon and Soria all year long, in addition to having Nathan, we're in a spot where we at least have some flexibility if things don't work at that time.
I've always wanted to ask a general manager, which city of this time of the year in the winter meetings did you go, that was our best year? Like that winter meetings, that city, I'll always remember the moves that we were pulled off. Or is it just everything is the same scenario where you just try to make your club better every year and do the things you have to do because each year is different? But was there a city that stands out where you were like, man, I nailed it?
Well, we've had I've had quite a few winter meetings. So at this point, I think I've been to 37 of them or so. Wow. So and 27 as a general manager. So I would think I'm trying to think. It might have been for me. Well, I know it was 6 years ago because it probably is when we got Miguel Cabrera.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think where we were that year because we've been in so many different places. But I'd say that was probably one of the better winter meetings that we had during my time period.
And speaking of Miguel Cabrera, I don't know if a lot of people at home really understand how much pain he was playing through in 2014. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I don't think they can because I know I didn't even realize that. And Miguel would wince at times, and I'd say, gee, you could tell he's hurting, but you really never had any idea. We knew he had the bone spurs in there, but it was a situation, not only did he have the bone spurs, he also had the fracture. And what was amazing to me, after the surgery, he was in a position where he sent out an email to us, and he had about 8 legitimate bone chips taken out of there. Wow. I mean, good-sized bone chips. And then the navicular bone on the ankle was broken. And the doctor that performed the surgery basically said, I don't know how any person could play with this. He said, I've dealt with this primarily with basketball players. And he said, if they get it, they are out. And he played the last month of the year. He was the player of the year, player of the month in the American League at that time period. So he was playing in a lot of pain all year long with that ankle, with those bone chips and then the bone spur. And in addition to that, the navicular bone.
Okay, you have the big free agent, Max Scherzer. The Tigers still in on Max Scherzer?
Well, this is the way I describe it. When Max, we really made an effort to sign him last spring training. We really went hard after it. It didn't work. That's how the game works. I understand that. We love Max Scherzer. I mean, who wouldn't? He's performed very well for us. He's been outstanding during his time period. He's a tremendous pitcher at this time. But I looked at it at that point, how would our odds improve to sign him if we were the only club that could sign him last spring, and now there's 29 other clubs? You never can tell what takes place, but because of that, we went out and we acquired David Price. We also are in a position where we just made this trade to get Shane Green, who we like a great deal, and figure out we have 5 starters right now. We like our 5 starters. So I've read a lot of the rumors, heard the rumors. I could tell you they're inaccurate at this point. We're in a position where we have no on-the-go outgoing negotiations at this time. We're not in a position where we've made any declaration that we're going to do whatever we can. You never close the door on any situation. Again, he's been a tremendous pitcher for us, but we're not in that mode right now. We're not. Our main need is not starting pitching at this time.
From the shortstop position, it was a revolving door. He had some injuries. How does the health of the shortstop look today for you guys moving next?
Well, the doctors tell me what his progress is at this point, that Iglesias is healthy and should be ready to go. Right in the beginning of spring training, he's been cleared from the doctors. He's fielding ground balls. He's swinging the bat. He's in a position where he's doing some running now at this time. So the feeling is that come spring training, he should be ready to go for us.
Are you noticing the Indians getting Moss, Torrey going to the Twins, the Chicago White Sox getting Samardzija and Robertson? Do you pay attention to the noise from the other clubs in your division?
Did those things all happen?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. So, yeah, well, sure. I mean, if you're hey, we're watching you guys all the time, right? All day long, so we know everything that's going on. Our division's a lot better. And I think it was underestimated in the past, but right now we're in a position that I'd be hard-pressed to say which division is better right now. You look at the quality pitching there, but we think we have a good club and we'll compete, but those clubs are a lot better, and it's going to be an interesting race as time goes on.
They're coming after you, Dave.
Good. I'm glad. Let's go for it.
Central's going to be fun. Dave Dombrowski of the Detroit Tigers join us here on MLB Tonight.